You know, Wilson, I was laying in bed this morning scrolling through my phone, and then it hit me. It is almost the end of the year, and we have not done a top 10 or my favorite tech of the year type of video. So I think it's time we do that. Hey, Google, it's showtime. Come on around here, Wilson. We need to get this show going so we can tell the people. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just showcase like all of my favorite tech that I've been using throughout the year. And I'm just going to give it to you. So come on around here, man. Let's do this.
Oh, Wilson, how many times we gonna do this? Look, we have tried this. Me and Wilson, we cannot get our act together today. Actually, it's just me. Wilson's just here doing Wilson stuff, and I'm just screwing this up. But we gonna get through it. I got a lot of tech to show you guys today, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up nice and quick like. So let me go ahead and start the show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to New Stuff TV. I am your host, Antoine. Let's go Night Richardson, because today I'm gonna be starting out this show talking about my new mattress from Sleep 8. So earlier on in the summer, Sleep 8 contacted me and said, hey, we need to send you this mattress because you look like a hot sleeper. I was like, who, me? And they was like, yes, you fool. You need this mattress because you sweat at night. And I was like, man, how did you know? So I accepted, because who wouldn't take that, right? So this is the most high-tech bed I've ever slept on in my life. Actually, it's the only high-tech bed I've ever slept on. This thing will literally, it's, you know, if you wear like a sleep tracker at night, go ahead and toss that thing because it takes care of that too. But while it's taking care of all your sleep fitness, if you look here, I've got it turned on. I'm not even at home right now. Me and Wilson are at the studio, and the bed is at home doing Sleep 8 bed stuff. And I can raise it to a 0 or a +1 if I want to warm that sucker up. That way, by the time I get home, it's nice and toasty. If you want to, you know, if you like some real slim person, you know, you ain't got no body fat or nobody keep you warm, you know what I'm saying? You put it on +4. That way you can be nice and warm at night. Stop laughing at me, Wilson. Or maybe you're a fat body like me, right? So you can just kind of bring this thing down to a -1 or a -2. I'm gonna tell you right now, this thing gets nice and cool. So I don't even really go past a -2 in my cooling. But you can see here on this little graph, it's got like a -1, then it goes up, where's that? It goes up to like a 0, and then it goes up to like a +1 and a +2, because I have it getting a little warmer so it can wake me up. So in the morning, I'm nice and toasty because I don't usually sweat in the morning. It's somewhere in the middle of the night, man. My body goes through some kind of transformation and it keeps me nice and cool. But since I'm cool and comfortable, I sleep so much better now. I'll be honest with you, man. Since the summer when I got this thing, my sleep has been so far more consistent. Did I say that right? I don't even care. It's just been more consistent throughout the night. And my sleep fitness, because I told you it tracks and you can get rid of your tracker, my sleep fitness actually showcases that. Now, I will tell you that this morning I was a little hyped up about this video, so I got up extra early before my alarm went off, and I got a 74 sleep fitness, and that's mostly because I woke up way too early. But yeah, man, it tracks all your sleep fitness, your REM sleep, your heart rate, and everything like that. I don't even know how they do that, man. How does the bed know what's going on inside of my body and my nervous system? I'm not gonna challenge them because it seems to work really well. But the thing I'm most excited about is that since I got the mattress in my house, not a drop of sweat. Now, I've never really been a fancy watch guy, but I've always been a smart watch guy. And I like this one so much, I was willing to get 2 of them, man. This right here is the Amazfit T-Rex Pro. This is the second version of the T-Rex, and man, it is that much better than the original. I just had to get 2 of them because, you know, I like to match my stuff. Today I got on the black watch, I got the gray one in my hands. I really like this watch for mainly about 3 solid reasons. The first one is gonna be its durable design. Look at this thing, man. Look at it. Just look at how chunky it is. Look how thick. Yeah, man, this thing can really take a beating. It's like a set it and forget it watch. Yeah, it has all the smartwatch functions, which we'll get into in a little bit. You'll definitely have to check out my full video of it. I just want to skim across some real highlights of this watch that I really love. Like I said, the first one is gonna be the durability and the design of the watch, because I just like it. It just looks rugged and tough, like me, you know what I'm saying? But the next big thing is the battery life. This thing keeps ticking for days. And when I say days, I'm talking about double digits, like 12, 14, 16, 18 days out of this thing, provided you don't have everything running all day long. If you tone it down a little bit, you'll get a full stretched out, you know, 16 to 18 days out of this thing. But even if you do turn everything on to run like 24 hours a day, you're still gonna get a minimum 3, 4, 5 days out of this thing. And that's saying saying a lot for a smartwatch running at full capacity. And the thing I don't think people talk about enough when it comes to the T-Rex Pro is that it just works, man. And it gives you all the stuff you need and none of the fluff that you don't need. It's gonna give you all the notifications you need, but the place it falls short is phone calls because it doesn't have a built-in speaker, so you can't be walking around looking like James Bond talking to your wrist or anything like that.
Now that y'all know what time it is on these watches, let me talk about my favorite Bluetooth speakers of 2021. JBL Charge 5 and JBL Clip 4. These things bang, man. All right, can't just sit here jamming speakers all day. I gotta tell you a little bit about them. I like the JBL Charge 5 because of its compact size. And honestly, it's the better value between this and the Extreme 3. Extreme 3 was way too expensive. This one hits the sweet spot and it's super durable. It's got this mesh on here, mega dirty because I keep it outside. I use it to watch movies on the projector outside, and just every now and again I want some tunes kind of close to me, and the bass that comes out of this thing is so nice. I love the way it resonates when I put it out there on the back porch. Now we move over to the Clip 4. This right here, this is my bathroom / shower speaker. When I'm watching a podcast or something, or doing whatever I got to do in the bathroom, I just listen to this one. I hang it up in the shower and everything comes through crystal clear. And did I mention the fact that it's waterproof? So no matter how many scrub-a-dub bubbles you got going, this thing's still gonna work. All right, now when it comes to the term overrated tech, Apple usually comes to mind. Now before you get all bent out of shape, start yelling at me in the comments, just hear me out. Apple also comes to mind when I think about underrated tech, and that is in the regard of MagSafe. Dude, MagSafe is so clutch. I don't think people talk about it enough, but Anker has some solutions. Hey Wilson, pass me that real quick. So Anker has MagGo. They got a whole lineup of MagGo stuff. This little pod right here, can you see that, man? This little pod right here does a whole lot in terms of charging. You plug in this USB-C right there, then you can put your iPhone, whatever has MagSafe on it, just put it on top like that, and then it's charging. Of course, it's all MagSafe attached to it, right? But there's more. Let's say you're charging like normal on the top of this thing. You can also make room because it has a secondary charging pod right there. That way you can charge up your earbuds or your whatever you're using right here on this secondary pod. And even better than that, you could also charge a landscape. That way you can watch NEWSTUFFTV and landscape. You get the full picture, baby. But there's also this little beauty right here. This thing is a little backpack for your phone. And when I say backpack, I do mean it, because you just attach it on the back just like that, and now your phone is charging from the back. I cannot express to you how ultra clutch MagGo and MagSafe is. Hey, check this out. On the backpack, you got a little flap, right? You just unflap it like that. Then you can kind of fold that over. Now you got a little kickstand for your phone. Then you can turn it to landscape and watch NEWSTUFFTV and landscape. Full picture, baby. 362 horsepower, 369 foot-pounds of torque, and a whole bunch of eye-catching road sexiness. The Mercedes CLS 454 Matic is my favorite purchase of 2019, man. This car has been such a joy and an adventure to drive, but the tech in this thing has made me realize how far car tech has come. Now, I didn't want to do the whole typical YouTuber thing and go for a Tesla, because I really don't care for Teslas. Mercedes has done something with their engine technology where they have completely taken out all the belts from this car. This car literally has no belts, no alternator belt, no fan belt, no starter, no nothing. In between the engine and the transmission is an electric motor, which will actually give the car an extra 21 pounds or 21 horsepower in an eco boost. That is ridiculous, because this car is already aggressively powerful. And it's always on standby when you need it in any way, in any driving mode, which we'll get into in just a second. But the fact that they've taken all the belts out and put in that motor, that electric motor in between the engine and transmission, means that you're not going to have any lag when you take off or when you go into different gears or anything like that. It's just straight power to the wheels at all times. And it is a 4MATIC, so each wheel independently does what it needs to do in order to keep this thing on the road. And that is needed because it has 4 or 5 different modes, which would be eco, which is an economically friendly driving mode, which conserves fuel, because this is a mild hybrid car. You don't plug it in or anything. It just knows how to, it has like a 48 volt battery somewhere. I think it's in the back actually. It has a 48 volt battery that recharges and discharges depending on what you're doing, whether you're braking or accelerating and consuming a lot of power. But this thing is kind of self-sufficient in that particular regard. But in that eco mode, you do get a very friendly driving experience. But then you'll go into comfort, which I normally stay in, which gives you one of the smoothest rides I've ever had in my life. But then you get into sport and sport plus. Honestly, I don't know why there's a sport if you got a Sport Plus, because who wants to drive in just sport when you got Sport Plus? So you get this thing in the Sport Plus mode and it instantly becomes a highway honey badger. The way this thing grips onto the road, the suspension tightens up, the steering tightens up, and that motor, yeah buddy, oh my goodness. This car is a badass car, man, and I love it. Really enjoyed driving it throughout the year of 2021. But the real question you guys want to know is,
but is it fast though?
Man, did you feel that? And did you hear that European grumble? Look, in this car, you don't get to just drive like a bat out of hell. You get to be the bat out of hell. You know, if there's one thing I've really enjoyed this year, it's hanging out in my own private oasis with my wife, getting jacked up, and at nighttime, we watch movies on the big screen. So this B&Q projector right here, I'm really in love with this thing. It's a perfect projector for outdoors and stuff like that because it's waterproof and it's actually drop resistant. So it actually is cordless, but you can actually plug it in. It's got a remote and everything. But this is what I usually do. I usually take this thing over here. I prop it up on a table, not here on the fire pit, but I'll prop it up on a little table and we'll put the 120 or it's a 100-inch screen. We'll drop it down from there. But right now we actually have it to where we can actually watch it in the pool, and we have it facing on this side right now. It's pretty easy to just detach it from here, swing it over to the other side. Then I'll just pull this down just like that. Now the audio on this thing is really good. When we're watching it from close proximity, when we're close proximity to the projector itself, the speaker system in here is so good. It's got a woofer, got a couple of tweeters, so the surround sound is really good with the speaker, so we don't need to add anything. But in the event that we're watching it from the pool, we actually prop it up, or we actually take this JBL speaker I talked about earlier, we actually prop that thing up right there in the pocket of that little fountain, or we'll put it on a little step right here, and that's where we'll listen to our audio when we're watching the movies. I'm telling you right now, that projector right there, it has come in so handy for our outdoor entertainment at night because we don't really want to go inside once the sun goes down, so that allows us to stay outside and watch things from Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. So earlier this year, I lost my mind a little bit and decided to get myself a gigantic puppy. In fact, it is a giant schnauzer. This is Raylan. Everybody check out Raylan, man. This is my giant puppy dog here. He's actually 11 months old and he is pushing 100 pounds. So I'm not the kind of guy that likes to let my dog be tethered to me all the time. He's a big fella, he needs to run wild. So I decided to get him a Fi tracking collar. It's a GPS tracking collar for dogs. He actually has it on him right now. That way, I mean, he's pretty well trained, but you know, when he's off leash, so let's say he decides to go a little bit too far and I can't see him anymore and he happens to get lost, or if he escapes the backyard, he has this Fi tracking collar on him. That way I can actually pinpoint him up to, I think, maybe 8 to 15 feet. Now that's pretty close proximity in finding a lost dog that is this big. So I really like this collar because not only does it track his steps and everything, it's almost like a fitness tracker for dogs. But like I said, I just have the security of when he's off leash, or if I decide to take him to a park, like when I'm mountain bike riding or something like that, I'm not worried about him getting lost and not retrieving my dog. It's kind of weird that I say retrieving my dog when he's supposed to be retrieving things for me. But sometimes those little suckers get lost, man, and you want to go pick them up. So the Fi tracking collar has been a useful tool in order to keep my dog healthy and monitor his steps and stuff like that. Yeah, I do that with my dog. I'm that guy. But also, it just gives me that added security knowing that when he's off leash, I'm not worried about losing my buddy. All right, now since we're out here doing stuff with Raylan, I might as well tell you about some of the cool tech I've used while I'm out chilling with my dog. I really don't like things plugging up my ears like earbuds when I'm out and about doing stuff. I like to hear my environment. So the Soundcore frames have come in just, oh man, these shades are so awesome. Super cool, full of lots of tech, and let's just talk about it for a second. So first of all, they do play audio. as far as music, podcasts and stuff like that, but also they're great for phone calls. As a matter of fact, some of these phone calls I've taken on these have probably been better than all the earbuds I've used. But here's where the tech comes in. They have 2 speakers, 2 little drivers on each side of your ear, so you get that stereo or 3D type of sound. And also they're app connected, so you can program the controls to be either, swipe forward and back to control your volume, or you can swipe forward and back to control your tracks. And then you can also program your Google Assistant and stuff like that. But another cool thing is that you can actually control the sound. So you do get a little bit of an EQ in there that you can actually use. But also, the coolest thing about them is that you can have as many different looks as you want. Well, it's up to about 10 different looks. So what you do is you disconnect the stem from the actual frame of the glasses, and then you can attach one of the 10 different frames on there, and bam, you got a whole new set of glasses. Now, unlike any of the other products in this video, you can pretty much take my word that they're gonna be awesome for you, but I can't guarantee you're gonna look this good when you put on your Soundcore frames, man, because these glasses make me look good. How good? So good.
So when I'm not listening to the Soundcore frames, I'm usually jamming. There they go, right there, buddy. Look at them in all of their glory. You know what? I ended up putting my SpinFit 360 ear tips on there, and man, they feel so much better than the originals. But once you get that proper fit, I guarantee you these are gonna be your go-to earbuds, just like they're mine. Man, they got everything you could want in a set of true wireless earbuds. Hot swapping, multi-point, they got the bass, they got the mids, they got the treble, there's an app. You can contact your virtual assistant. They do everything. I don't know what more you could really ask for, to be honest with you. So I keep them with me on the go all the time. I especially love listening to them when I might be laying in the bed. I don't want to disturb anybody. I just pop one of them in my ear and just listen to whatever I'm gonna listen to. But definitely when you pop both of them in, you're getting that full immersion, man. And people always ask me, it's been so many months or so many weeks, hey man, how do they sound? I know, the guy in the back, there you go, there he goes again. Hey man, but do they still jam though? Yeah man, they still jam. In fact, I think they jam just a little bit harder because they've actually gone through a couple of updates to make them more functional and sound just a little bit better. So yeah man, these are my favorite earbuds of 2021.
All right, man, that's it. That's all the stuff I really enjoyed over 2021. Now I'm gonna get out of here because Raylan is over here whining and stuff, and Wilson's ready to go. So we're gonna go outside and enjoy this great day. But before we do, make sure y'all go ahead and click on my podcast. That way y'all can check out the latest episode there. And y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you. Raylan, Oben. Come here, baby. Come here, Oben. Ho-ho. All right, y'all, get out of here, man. I'll see y'all soon.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?